Okay, so today we will discuss press tool assembly in CATIA. Now in press tool assembly, you see you have basically how many parts? One, this is your top plate. Okay, this is your bottom plate, and this is guide pillar. Four guide pillars of same dimension, and four sleeves. And this part, which is coming downward, this is responsible for your pressing action, which is part of your top plate. Now this is your exploded view of the press tool assembly. You can see the bottom plate, top plate separately, the guide pillar, see guide pillar, and guide bush. Four guide pillars, guide bushes. Now these are your projections. This is your projection for your bottom plate. This is your projection for your top plate. This is your guide pillar. This is your guide bush. That's it. So I will explain you assembly with this. Now let me create a rectangle, and let me give dimension. This was 250 millimeter. 250 by 150. So 250 because there is sorry because there is very less number of dimensions. So I am changing it now. Otherwise, what I would have done is that I would have used this one. Edit multicast. बताया था शायद. 150. Now what I can do is that I can draw a circle. What is the dimension of the circle? It is diameter is 25. 25 at a distance of 30 millimeter from horizontal and vertical. So diameter is 25. क्या हो गया बोलो, क्या बोल रहे हो? 30. Now my whole sketch is constrained. Now I need four other holes at these corners. I don't want to draw those holes, so I can mirror them. But for mirroring, I need a reference. So I have two ways. Either my this axis would have been here, which is not, so I can draw a axis. Here you can draw axis. So it is now white. When it will be perfectly vertical, it will be blue. Now I need to constrain this axis so that it will be in the middle. So I can select this line, control, pressing control, select this line and select this line. Then I will go to constraint define dialog box. Symmetry. Now I will show you another way of using a reference line. Let us say that you already have a line somewhere here. You want to use this for construction. It will not be axis, but it can be used for construction. Now this is not a construction line. This is a building line, like main line. So what you can do is that you can double click on this line. A line definition window will open. You can select this construction element option and click OK. It will be a dotted line. Now this is not a axis line. This is not a regular line. This is a construction line. This is a construction element. So this also you can use it for reference. So what I will do, I will symmetry this one. Another way of symmetry. Click the tool, click this line, click this line, right click, allow symmetry line. This is the second. Clear? Now I'll symmetry this hole, this circle. Sorry, I'll mirror this circle. This is your mirror tool. Okay. I want to mirror this circle here. So I will use this line as reference. This circle I want to mirror to this side. Mirror tool. Done. Now I want another hole here. What is the dimension? Diameter is 50, but it is not at the exact center of the rectangle. It is at a distance of 50 millimeter from the bottom, but lying on the horizontal middle. Sorry, means lying horizontally at the center of the rectangle, but not vertically. In vertical, it is at a distance of 50 millimeter from the bottom, and diameter is 50 millimeter. So let me draw a circle of diameter 50 millimeter on the vertical axis and give the dimension as 50 millimeter. And now the distance of this center from the horizontal is 50 millimeter. Done. Now I'll exit workbench. I'll enter into 3D. Now I will pad it. What will happen? Let us see. Along with material addition, material removal for the holes also will be done. What was the dimension? 30 millimeter. एक साथ सारे काम हो गए. Clear? Yeah. Anything else left for the sketch? I don't think so. So I'll now exit. Now what I will do is that I want to make this part projection. So for making this, I'll go to the sketch. I'll select this face. I'll go to sketcher and I will draw a circle, and the diameter is 50 at a distance of 100 from the top. Diameter is 50. So this is 50 now. Now the dimension from this point to this is 100. This also need to be at the middle from this. This was 250, so it will be 125. Now I'll exit from the sketcher and I'll pad it. How much? How much dimension I'll pad? The length is 90. Confusion है थोड़ा. Yes. ये साइड में ही करना है. So 90 single side. 90. Now this part is also done. So I'll save it. Then you have this guide filler. For this guide filler, what is the dimension? Dimension is 200 and diameter is 25, and there is a chamfer of 2 millimeter by 45 degrees. So there are many ways I can do it. So for what I will do is that I will go start mechanical design, part design, go to sketcher and I will draw a circle. I need diameter of 25 millimeter, length of 200. So diameter of 25 millimeter. Now I'll exit. Now I'll pad it to, I'll make mirrored extent so that both sides it will be there. So I'll give dimension here 200 divided by 2, that is 100. If you want to double check, you can double click on it, 100 millimeter. So you can type here 200 by 2, automatically it will take 100 pages, means chamfer. Okay, we need chamfer. So I'll select this tool, chamfer. A dialog box will open. It is asking me length. I have 2 millimeter. It is asking me angle. Already 45 degree and I need 45 degree. It is asking me objective chamfer. So select the objective chamfer and no selection. So I'll click on this edge and see what changes will appear there. It selected one edge. I'll select also this edge. Selected two elements. Which elements you selected you can modify also. By clicking this one you can select this, remove or replace. So I'll click here OK. Now I got chamfering done. Okay, chamfering done. Now I'll save this. Then I'll do my last part, mechanical design, part design. Okay. I'll select the space, go to sketcher, and my, you see, this guide boost, you have a, it is having hole. Its outer diameter is 40, inner diameter is 25, and you have a chamfer of 2. So the previous diagram I did by drawing a circle. This I will draw, I will make by drawing a profile. What kind of profile? What is the length? Length is 60. Draw a profile. Sorry, this is hollow. Because it was hollow, so I removed this much distance. What was the internal diameter? 25. So from this to here it will be 12.5. I'll rotate half. Okay. So dimension from this to this dimension is given. I'll give it letter. From here to here dimension is given. I'll give it letter. This I want to make symmetry. This dimension I have, and what else? Asking for degree, that is 45 degree. 45 degree. So I'll click this line. Click this line. This along with this 45. What else I need? I think on this side also I need 45 degree. This, this, this is also 45 degree. Then what else I need? This dimension I need. What was the outer diameter? 40. So what will be half of it? 25. Sorry, 20 from here to here. आने का टाइम हो गया ना. Now I'll let this edit multi constraint. Whichever method seems you easy, you can go for it. Now this is 2 millimeter. ये कितना है? 20. ये कितना है 45, ये कितना है 45, ये कितना है 2, ये कितना था 60, ये कितना था 25/2, 25/2. Now I'll preview. It became 12.5. Okay. So this is my sketch. Now I will make this shaft. I'll revolve this. For making shaft, I'll exit from our bench. I'll select this shaft tool, and it is asking me for axis of rotation. I'll select Y axis as axis of rotation. Click OK. In some cases, now it might have seen looked you as complicated, but but for some complicated diagrams, it might look simple because it is simple diagram. This process looks complicated. This is a process, another process. So now I have done all the parts. This is sleeve, or what is the name? Push. Push. Now quickly I will show you assembly. I'll not take much time. So for assembly, you need to go to Start, Mechanical Design and Assembly Design. By default, when you open CATIA, this assembly design page only opens, which we close, product. If I click it, see product, this page opens. The thing is to call your components which you want to assemble. There are different ways. I will show you one way today. So see in window, I have all these 4 parts open and my product page also is also open. What I will do is that I will click tile horizontally or vertically. Anyone will do. I'll tile horizontally. I can see all my parts in one screen. What I will do is that I will drag one by one part to this product screen. And remember, in CATIA assembly, we need a base part. And base part is one which is connected to most of other parts. So here, which can be base part? Either the top plate or the bottom plate. So let us take the bottom plate as base part. So what I will do is that base part we should import to the product window first. So what I will do is that one method, I will click on this, I will drag this and drop on the product. Now I don't need this one because I wanted only one bottom plate. It is there. I will close this bottom plate, avoiding confusion. Now the base part is always fixed because with respect to base part, other parts will be assembled. So first we should fix the base part. For that we have a tool here. Is the toolbar. This is one important tool. This is one important toolbar which is called move. This is your manipulation toolbar. This is important because clicking this manipulation toolbar, you can move your part in X or Y or Z temporarily, or you can move on any plane, or you can rotate about any plane axis. If you click OK, it will stay for some time, but if you update, it will go to original position. But if you cancel, it will come back. Now see, this is my first part which I need to fix. For that, see, this is your constraint toolbar. Here you see I have many tools like coincidence constraint, contact constraint, offset constraint and fix. All others are deactivated because I don't have more than one number of parts. Because I have first part, so fix is active or available. I'll click this fix component tool. I'll click on this part. You will see anchor symbol here. It means that now this part is fixed. You can see the constraints here. What constraints you have applied, whatever constraint after this I will apply, they will come here. Now I will restore this window. Now my second part which I want is this one. I will drag this and drop here, but a problem came. What is the problem is that the part one is already fixed. You remember I just modified this part to make this one. So they have one same name. So what I'll do is that I'll modify this name. I'll go to properties. Their part number is part 1. I'll make this anything you can give. Even only 5 also you can give. XYZ you can give, no problem. Part 5. Okay. Doesn't matter. Now you drag this and drop it on product. That also came. But I made all the components on the coordinate system origin, so they are overlapping each other. I'll drag them out. Now let me drag this part also. Sleeve again. Now let me drag this part. I made them separately, so no problem. Okay, I'll close all of them because I have to avoid confusion. I'll maximize this. Now all my parts are here, but they are overlapping each other. I'll use this manipulation tool. My X translation is selected. I'll move this temporarily. Okay, but don't update now. Where is the update tool? Ah, ah. Now I'll give one by one relations for this. What I'll do, I need 4 bars and 4 sleeves. So what I'll do is that this is my bar. Either you can click here to select this, or you can click here to select the part, or you can click here. This will be selected. Click here. This will be selected. I'll copy this one and I'll paste on the product once, twice, thrice, not 4 times. Yes, sir. Because already one is there. Now I'll use this manipulation tool. Use this Y or translation to just put them separately so that I can view. Now click OK. Same thing I'll do for this. I'll copy this. I'll paste it once, twice, thrice. Now I'll use this manipulation tool to translate them so that I can see them individually. Otherwise, it will be difficult for me to select them. Now I have all the components what I need for my assembly. Now just I need to do assembly. For that I need to give some constraints, and this is my constraint toolbar. Now everything is available using. Now what relations? This is your coincidence constraint. This is normally given to axis. Means axis of this need to align with axis of the pole. For that what I will do? I will select this. When after selecting this, when I will bring my mouse here, it will show my axis. Can you see axis? Yes. I'll click. I'll click when I see my axis in blue color. Click. Then I will click the hole or bring my mouse to the hole whose axis I want to align with the previous bar axis. I'll select here. Now you got a relation. Similarly, you do the same thing for this with this. Similarly, you do the same thing for this hole and this sleeve, this. Now, all my parts, what is that? That is guide pillar, are aligned to all the 4 holes for the base. Now, if I press update, it will be oriented near to them. It may not get inserted. It will be oriented near to them. Now, let me apply other, like axis of this sleeve will be aligned to axis of the guide pillar. Axis of this sleeve need to be aligned with this guide pillar. axis of this sleeve with this pillar, axis of this. Now, what else? Axis of this sleeve need to be aligned with this one. Axis of this sleeve for this hole, axis of this sleeve for this hole, axis of this sleeve for this hole. So I am just providing what coincidence constraints for all the axes. Okay, that is over. Now let me press update. Let me see what I am going to get. They are coaxial. They may not be inserting. That is another constraint, but they are coaxial. Now see, all are aligned. All are aligned. Okay. Now there is another constraint. That is contact constraint. This is for you want to bring this guide pillar to this surface so that they will be in contact with each other. So you will give contact constraint. Next is your offset constraint. Offset constraint means you want to bring this guide pillar to this surface but at a distance of 5 millimeter gap. That is offset constraint. So offset constraint and contact constraint are related to each other in such a way that contact constraint is offset constraint with zero gap. Offset constraint means there will be gap between two planes. Contact constraint means there will be no gap, means zero gap. So if you apply this offset constraint and give the constant value as zero, that will act as contact constant. Okay. Now, तुम लोगों को भूख लग रहा है? मुझे भी लग रहा है. जान बस हो गया. Okay. Now you see in this you mark that this guide pillar has come out to some value upside, but bottom side it is completely aligned. Means with bottom plate it has not gone beyond, but for the top plate it has come out. Now let me give contact constant. So ये bottom plate है. Bottom plate के साथ ये पूरा align होके रहना चाहिए. So I'll select this bottom plate surface and select this face. अगर select नहीं कर पा रहे हो zoom करो. Similarly, select this face and select this one. Select the bottom plate surface, select this one. Select the bottom plate surface, select this one. अभी स्लीव के साथ तो दिया ही नहीं है, अपडेट करते हैं. ये आगे जाना चाहिए. इसको मैंने वो नहीं बोला था, इसको मैंने जितना बोला उतना किया इसमें. ओके. नाउ हम इसको इसके साथ ऑफसेट दे सकते हैं. करते हैं ऑफसेट कांस्टेंट for this face and this one. It is giving current value of minus 529, but I want it further, so I'll change this value. So let me give only 21, 29. Let me see where it goes. Let me update it and see. ज्यादा हो गया, थोड़ा कम कर देते हैं. This is the offset constraint. You can see it from here. Another very important thing. If any of your offset constraint goes wrong, if you press Ctrl Z, it will not be deleted. You have to go to tree and delete it. Now ज्यादा हो गया, कितना देंगे? -29. Now it's kind of fine. We can give the same relation with these also. If you want, you can give the same offset with this and this. It's saying it is fully redundant, means already it is there, so no need. It's showing the value, no problem, don't want. Now only sleeve we need to put in place. For sleeve I have not given any contact constraint, so what I'll do is that I will give contact constraint for this face with this surface. Now let me update. Okay, okay. Similarly you can do for others. Contact constraint, और ये देखना ये edge select ना हो, ये edge select ना हो, ये plane select हो, means ये और ये दोनों. Select the plane, select the face. Similarly you do for others. Select the plane, select the surface, do for the last one also. Then we will update. Plane, face, update. My assembly is done. Another thing, last only 1 minute it will take, that you can change these colors for better identification. Or you can this part, right click, properties, it go to graphic, there is no color, you select any color of your choice. Okay, this will give you good aesthetic in the report also. It will, if you get confused which part is which one, just select this one, or don't right click here and give properties, because this face only will be selected. So you right click on here, properties, go to the graphic tab, select here something else, because this is different part. Now this guide pillar, right click, properties, and give the same color to all the guide pillars. Maybe I may not be choosing better color, you can choose. Okay, so you can give properties and giving light green color to all these, but you can choose better color. Okay, this is already in the default color, let it be. And why I told you, because from there you can choose or assign material also. Steel, concrete, metals, you can choose aluminum. Clear?